The Crow Hill Company has returned with season 2 of Vaults, their line of free instruments for those who love music. And some of you will remember the cassette aesthetic that they had for their instruments, which was somewhat underwhelming when it came to the actual interface. But now they have a, let's get the right button here. Ta da! This is based on pedals, basically. And if we go here, very much like pedals, you have their latest drop highlighted with an arrow. Every month, and here it tells you how they work. Every month, we drop a new instrument for you to download, for you to make music with for the rest of your life. Dropping out soon is, I think this is the Wavering Choir. The latest drop is this guitar, bridge guitar, featured here, and you can see the nice Crow Hill logo on the line in, the quarter-inch line in. Well, I'm sorry, MIDI out. They look like quarter-inch cables, though. It's very, very pedal-like aesthetic. The MIDI in, and then you have this sort of hand-drawn aesthetic that they say they're going for in this. So I'm a big fan of these because they are free. You can access them for the entire, well, as long as you want. As long as you get them within, let's see, what does it say, the month, every month, and then after, is it 6 months that it drops out? Now, this section here is some of their first ones, the Attic Grand, Celestone, Chorus Synth, and so on, studio drums. These are available by request. People wanted to see them again, and so they brought them back for a small charity donation, in this case of $5. Now, let's have a look at the interface in action. Now, this is the mallet piano, and mallet piano was played with mallets, as you can guess, and there's different sections we can adjust. Of course, I have only my mod wheel in this case, so let's pull this up. Here we go. And my mod wheel, which is just out of sight, and that's adjusting this one parameter here, distance. There's the strike parameter, which can be adjusted here. This is, of course, is closer, and we can take down the splash to 0. The echo, turn the bells up. You can increase the tone. We've seen these before, but not in this aesthetic. Now, the thing about Vaults, the way it works, let's see, this info thing tells you, okay, you can adjust the volume there, scroll through modules here. This is a module browser, which I was just about to click on. Here you can adjust macro 1, macro 2, your effects section at the bottom, and your current module is highlighted here. So let's actually go to the module browser, and all your Vaults instruments appear in this sort of window. So let's go to something like Wavering Choir. And actually hit close, and there it is. As you can tell, the choir is quite wavering. It does shift a bit. These are Celtic and Gaelic singers, if I recall correctly. From Scotland. a weird thing to do with that control, but that's how that works there. And you can go now, you can actually hit the next button here. We have orchestral effects. And then it's our distance. And if we aberrate, just sounds like it makes it bounce around in the stereo space. And then I think chatter was the one where, yes. That's for your more scary stuff. We got, of course, the solo boron. I don't quite say it with the right Irish inflection, but... And it's the same as before, it just looks... This feels a lot more fun to play with than the original aesthetic that they had on here. For me, anyway. Just completely mangled the sound as you would expect a pedal to do. So there we go. So back to the natural sound. All right. And now, let's see. They have two that we haven't explored before, which I also acquired before they dropped out. There's studio drums, which you can now get for that. Let's see, I believe that was on the list for the charitable donation. Yes. The rest of these, it appears, are still available right now for a while. Dropping out soon is the Wavering Choir, according to our handy graphic here at the top. So, studio drums. Not really a drummer, but studio drummer, and then studio drums rather. Studio drummer is a Native Instruments plugin. I think this is room, and the other one would be width. So let's see. Yeah, that's definitely the top one is a room. With we have squash, so and shifter. around the head there. And of course our echo and splush. All of them have a variation of this echo and reverb type effect. And yeah, so that's the studio drums. Amazing, they actually go to a B flat on both sides. Okay. Amp bass. Now I can actually shift the keys, and something else they did with the keys, which I didn't mention earlier, is they make it look like it's kind of, this section is kind of raised and it casts a shadow on the keys, which is really cool. Let's see, we got fuzz. Okay. Goes from C to E. So it's fuzz turned up. What's the next one? Pick. Let's turn the fuzz down. Okay, and turn the fuzz back up. Okay, let's see what happens when I hit tone. Okay, and then let's see, what else do we got? Tone sub. Very useful in a bass. Interesting. Turn the splash up. that's vaults, and you can see the volume here. We can turn it down. I can hear the sub kick in there. Right around here. Turn our echo back up. So if you wanted a more musical, we could turn the echo up too. I do them in the extreme just for example. So if we go here. And what would sound good with this? Let's see. Yes, I know what I'm going for. Called Vintage. Okay, so we're gonna have to go. Problems with the C key. Let's just put a K on it. And make them play at once. So now my point in bringing up this more expensive library is really just to show how it holds up. And let's see. Let's go ballad picking. There we go. I was going to, now here's this bunch of plugins you can affect there, but I mean, yeah, boxes, plugins, pedals, simulated pedals. So we can go with, let's just say, let's actually save the session. That would be a good idea. Just call it amp bass. Okay, here we go. We record. Okay, that was a little experimental, but let's go. Let's unarm that and rearm this one. There we go. I think up here. Okay, so yeah, definitely lower. You get the idea. So that it sounds like it fits to, without costing anything. Uh, that being said, I do have this paid library and I'll continue to use it. But for those who want to play around with instruments for very little cost, Vaults is highly recommended as a free resource. And then Crow Hill does have other instruments that they create that are paid for. But I just wanted to go into a bit of a deep dive. I know it's not as deep as some of the others, but of the updates to the Vaults set of instruments and with the aesthetic, and also to reiterate how it works. So happy music making, stay curious. I will see you in the next one.